Let's head to Washington, D.C. Maryland commit Kasim Hill is a quarterback to watch in the 2017 class.
In terms of a quarterback, he's very, very good, as witness to all the different offers he had. But I think the thing that kind of sets him aside is that he's got that it factor.
The it factor. You hear that term a lot in sports, but what is it exactly? Kasim's story may help illustrate that for you. Originally from Delaware, he and his family moved to Crofton, Maryland before he started high school. The son of two Ivy League educated attorneys, Kasim has always been a disciplined student.
They've had a huge influence on me growing up, focusing on school, ever since I started, even in kindergarten up until this point, focusing on schoolwork, and they've instilled a lot of good aspects, how to carry myself.
The focus he's always brought to his schoolwork has carried over to football. The way he studies the game has given him an edge.
I'd say I like the mental side of football. Everybody's focused on the physical side, but the mental side, for me, breaking down defenses, understanding what they're trying to do to you, and how to beat that specific ways with what your offense is trying to get done. That's really interesting to me. I
think the key thing for Kasim is he's very, very smart. He learns so fast. He puts us in the right plays, and he knows. And he's not one of these guys that has to throw the ball deep all the time to show that he can. He's got a great arm, but he doesn't do that. He's throwing it where they're not.
For his first 3 years of high school, Kasim would travel about an hour north every day to Baltimore to attend the Gilman School. But since last January, he's instead traveled a little less than an hour west into D.C. to attend St. John's College High School. In just Kasim's second day on campus, Coach Joe Casamento knew he had a special leader.
And I'm in my office, day two. And he comes in and he says, "Coach, do you have a media guide?" And I go, "Oh, not another one of those quarterbacks, I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I have about 400 of them. What do you need a media guide for?"
I wanted to, just go through the team, try and learn everybody's name as soon as I could, and try to learn all the coaches' names, from people that played fresh off last year up until the varsity kids, just knowing everybody, knowing what they like. I don't know what it is with me, but that's just been a big part.
All the little things that are important about everybody else, helping everybody else to be great, he's big into that, and I think that's a big thing. I think it's very, very underestimated in quarterbacks today. I mean, a lot of guys think because people are throwing the ball around that makes you a great quarterback, but the country's full of kids that can throw the football, kids that can lead a team, kids that can overcome adversity, kids that can hold people together. There's not a lot of those. That's what I mean by the it factor. When you hear coaches talk about it, that's the it factor.
But there's one more aspect to Kasim's it factor. That's the inspiration he gets from his younger sister, Kayla.
She's very, 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 very important to me. I always say she's the most influential person in my life. Not many people know. My little sister has Down syndrome, so there's different challenges with that, and seeing her go through that, and if you would see her nowadays, you would never know, because she's always running around smiling. We call her the boss. She likes to tell everybody what to do, but it's just been crazy. Just as a younger kid, seeing that from somebody who's younger than you with more challenges than you, per se, it just inspired me to do different things, and I love having her around.
She loves him so much, and he loves her. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's good for our kids to see that.
She's my biggest fan. She's at all the games. She's always wearing an 11 jersey, and she's always, if you can hear her, if the crowd's not too loud, she's always yelling at me, trying to tell me what to do.
The fact that his biggest fan will get to see all of his college home games is just one reason Kasim is looking forward to his future at the University of Maryland.
That's a very big part for me. Even if she has, my family or my little sister has a quick need, they can just stop right by. Next is the relationship I have with the staff, and I feel like I fit the offense well with the decision making that you have to do in Coach Bell's offense and how fast they go, and just getting playmakers involved. Just happy with my decision.
He had Michigan and Michigan State and Pittsburgh and Penn State and all kinds of schools if he wanted them. But I've had a lot of kids for a long time. He'll be very, very good.
With his arm, his smarts, and a little inspiration, Kasim Hill brings his it factor to the St. John's Cadets. And he'll do the same at Maryland.